Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Horned Frogs' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Penn State's offense will go to work first. Leaves it with the running back. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David. A lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
The Nittany Lions will line it up on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's White. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
Great job by the running back here on that 3rd down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these 3rd down type plays to move the stats.
And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the 1st? The give to the left. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Nittany Lions will move the sticks.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football there on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
Stopped at the 3. lead, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
And that's the danger. When you've got a receiver like that, if you blitz and you're playing man coverage, he's one-on-one, and he's going to burn you if you don't get home to the quarterback.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Snap to the back. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it. And that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense will go to work for the first time today. And here it comes for the first time as a starter, this talented freshman. And Jesse, it seems like quarterbacks mature quicker and quicker these days, and they're ready to grab the reins.
Yeah, you're seeing it more and more. There's more high school quarterbacks now ready to take the next step and compete and perform in college football. But listen, I started as a true freshman back at Florida. I guarantee you he has so much nervous energy going right now because he has never played in an environment like this, and he has never played against competition like this either, David.
No, it's crazy, and that was 1920. So imagine now with all the technology and how much he's feeling the nerves. Obviously, all the eyeballs in the stadium is on him. Everybody knows what he's capable of, but he's going to be the first guy to touch the football. It's going to revolve around him, and that's a lot to ask of a freshman.
And the Horned Frogs need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Here comes the heat. Finds his big tight end. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the 1st down. The Horned Frogs send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Nestles it in at the 35. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Opening play of the drive from the 39. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Setting up the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. Running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, the running back has it. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the 2nd level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
And that's what quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. The longer they wait, and get off rhythm or off timing. A lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Wants to throw. It's St. Clair. Bringing the heat. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. 3 and out on their first possession now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give out of the gun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
That's caught. It's James. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Able to make his way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. To the air on first down. Under fire. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well, and they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Under fire. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got some room to run. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Penn State! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. And the Horned Frogs decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Hands it off. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's St. Clair. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football. That time on the option play, I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Quick strike complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is. Make sure he gets the right depth.
He's got it. First down and more. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a turning it on. Fouls through the defense. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. Rides the back on the option, the give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. All right, guys, let's think a little bit about big picture TCU. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job, the pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start, try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. They're working that left side. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Gets the back moving. On the option. He'll toss it. Picks up the first down, still moving. All the way down to the the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. The Nittany Lions come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the catch. It's Boston. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's a heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. To the air, it's St. Clair. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten.
Touchdown, Penn State! Fitted in the window for the score.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. The pull and throw off the RPO. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. And the Nittany Lions, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking to pass. It's St. Clair. Fires downfield. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
To the ground with the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Using his feet. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
TCU 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He's going to fire deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the defense jumps on him. They get that turnover.
Third and long equals pass almost every single time. Pin your ears back. Go get the quarterback. Great job by the defense understanding the situation. Everybody flying upfield, putting pressure. Know the quarterback's going to hold it. Get to him. Strip, sack. You get the rock.
Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's second and long. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
First and goal, Penn State.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And a good solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Into the house. Touchdown, Penn State!
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Fort Worth. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable?
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
The Horned Frogs have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Using his legs, it's Palmer. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Gives it on the option.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Plucks it out of the air. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Got it in the middle. It's Booker. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Horned Frogs pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Can't hang on across the middle on first down, and maybe he was worried about the shot he was going to take. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Here we go. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. The stop, the start, the juke, everything in the bag as he gets to the 29. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Horned Frogs come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
Now, fourth down.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll give it to the back. The Nittany Lions brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I'll tell you what, no secret on this drive. This offense, they're not trying to maintain balance. They're trying to line up and just dot you right in the eyes. 4 straight runs, get the first down, and really starting to play physical. Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a 2nd down. Back to pass. They go to the wide receiver screen. Breaks into the open. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. The Horned Frogs line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. The give on the inside. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages.
There he goes. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Right on the money. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Penn State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
He does a really nice job getting the snap, getting the ball to his wide receiver in stride so he continued to run full speed and make all those yards after the catch and get all the way to the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball. come out to the 25-yard line. TCU has it back. Horned Frogs go on offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They're looking for space to run behind the left tackle. Fights off a defender. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff from the gun. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And the Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear challenges. What kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats? So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. He hurls one deep down the left side.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Coverage team gets their job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Leaves it with the back. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
They'll ride the hot hand.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute, you got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. They're going to run it. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and his offense is threatening with a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Hayes. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Penn State.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
TCU.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. Let's talk for just a second about TCU. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter, and I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Running into the open space. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. The Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. They'll give it to him again. This time stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing is...
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
It's been really hard on this quarterback all game long. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give this defense so much credit, because they've done a really nice job on the back end in coverage, but they've also been able to affect his rhythm with a solid pass rush, and you saw it right there.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Horned Frogs will line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, hitting them deep in their own territory. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Turning it on! Finds a little bit of room, picks up 4 out to the 13. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. Picks up the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Out of the gun, they give to the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and then running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And the defense holds